when the world you enter is already broken and you start life that way, you're already running uphill. A lot of people don't make it out. They make choices from pain and end up losing themselves completely. I almost did. From a young age, I was told who I would become. That I'd end up like my father. That I'd be unstable. That something was wrong with me before I'd even had a chance to be right. There wasn't love. There wasn't safety. And somewhere along the way, I learned to believe that I wasn't worth choosing. So I spent my life trying to earn it. I gave everything in relationships. I overgave. I forgave things that should never have needed forgiving. And because I was desperate to be loved, I accepted what was offered and called it enough. That kind of hunger attracts the wrong people. Not because you're weak, but because you're open. Openness without protection gets punished. Still, I worked hard, relentlessly. Held multiple jobs at once. I built a life piece by piece because I refused to become what I was told I would be. I wanted dignity. I wanted peace. I wanted to be proud of who I saw in the mirror. And for the first time in my life, I chose myself. I went somewhere quiet, somewhere gentle, somewhere I believed healing was possible. I felt safe for the first time. I wasn't ashamed to exist. I wasn't apologizing for taking up space. I started believing that I deserved good things. And then, one man, not just one moment, not just one day, a relentless presence in my life, lying, manipulating, exploiting my illness, triggering me, defaming me, taking advantage of every vulnerability I have. Everything I've worked for over decades met with calculated attacks meant to break me again. And it's all gone. Not chipped away, not damaged, gone. When something like that happens, it doesn't stay contained. It spreads. It changes how you move through the world. Things that were once ordinary become impossible. Your body stops feeling like it belongs to you. Your mind turns against you. I went from building a future to surviving the day. from independence to poverty, from work, plans, and purpose to selling my belongings just to eat. I didn't lose things. I lost myself. I lost community. I lost connection. I lost the ability to exist easily among other people. When it all falls apart, it's not dramatic. It looks like disappearance. Looks like someone going quiet. And I've been quiet my whole life. Quiet enough to be a doormat. Quiet enough to live for everyone else. Quiet enough to absorb harm, keep moving. Quiet enough to carry pain without ever asking for anything back. That quietness wasn't strength. It was survival. And now I'm loud. Because silence cost me everything. This isn't one moment coming out of me. It's a lifetime. A lifetime of trauma, pain, restraint, and endurance. Finally having a voice. So I ask myself, would anyone willingly go back to that quiet? Would you accept a life where your suffering didn't matter? Where you weren't worthy of being heard or believed or apologized to? Is it really fair to expect someone to return to silence after everything has been taken from them? Or is this what trying to survive looks like when there's nothing left to lose? This goes beyond blame. Blame is only the beginning, because blame names the act, but consequence is what keeps living inside someone long after the act is over. And for people with trauma, consequences don't land once. They compound. People like me don't start from neutral. We build everything with scar tissue already there. Safety isn't assumed. Trust is not casual. And self-worth is not automatic. Every good thing is earned carefully, deliberately, with effort most people never have to think about. If something's taken from us, it's not just taken. It collapses everything around it. Losing one thing means losing 10. Losing stability means losing health. Losing safety means losing work, connection, routine, dignity. It's a chain reaction. People see the aftermath and judge. They don't see the years of strength it took to get there in the first place. They don't see how hard someone with trauma works just to stay afloat. How much energy goes into appearing functional. how carefully life is held together. People with trauma are fragile, just not in the way people assume. It's a fragility that comes from being broken open and still having to live. From carrying a nervous system that never fully stands down. And from knowing how quickly everything can be lost. But at the same time, there is resilience. The kind that just keeps going even when there is no reward for it. People with trauma rebuild knowing it may collapse again. They love knowing it may cost them everything. They try knowing the risk. And here's the part people forget. Just as one act can destroy a life, one act of compassion can change. Being seen, being believed, being treated as human. Sometimes that's all it takes. So the question isn't why I'm making so much noise now. The question is why silence was ever expected to be enough. If this were your life, if this were your body, if this were the future you had worked decades to build, would you stay quiet?